Like many other people, I am absolutely terrified of heights. Heights are the one fear that I can genuinely say that I have. Like, just anyone ask me what is my biggest fear? Heights. I can't even climb the ladder into the attic without pooping my pants. It is that bad. I don't know why I just suddenly developed a fear for heights, because when I was growing up, I was climbing trees, I was swinging from them like I was a monkey, like, it was crazy. And then I don't know what happened, but I just became a bitch. I became a bitch. And when I was growing up, my my outlet for overcoming those fear of heights was watching those YouTubers that would hang off cranes with like one arm, and like adrenaline junkies and storer and all that type of stuff. I just had a huge phase where I would just get all up in there, and I'm sure some of you did as well, along with the ship yourself in a box challenge. Anyways, there was two YouTubers in particular that I used to watch, which was James Kingston. He still climbs stuff. I mean, I think he uploaded like a year ago, but that man had some good videos. And I was just watching him casually. I wasn't clenching my toes or pooping my pants or getting real excited. I was perfectly fine. I'm grounded. I'm not up there. He's the one up there because he's an idiot.
We are getting there.
And then on the more slightly scarier part, you have Ali Law, which this dude would constantly sneak into buildings that he wasn't supposed to, climb cranes, and then he eventually got banned from Europe, I believe, and his entire channel got taken down. And I thought that I was perfectly fine watching videos with heights. Doing heights IRL? No, no, no. I'd rather shit myself and clap. But watching videos of heights, that's pretty cool. That's very entertaining. And I was scrolling YouTube last night and I came across a video, a very scary video. I wasn't expecting it to be scary at first because I'm perfectly fine with heights, but I click on this video and it's a man going up to just remove a rope from the top of a stadium. And when you realize what rope he is removing, it becomes a little bit more scary. The video starts with him on like a safety platform, and he climbs over the safety platform on just a metal beam. And the entire stadium is below him, and already it's just like, ugh, I'm just clenching my toes. I don't know if you guys ever looked up in like really tall buildings or stadiums and just saw the beams and just like imagine like it would suck to be up there. But that's how I was feeling watching this video. I'm clenching my toes, clenching my butt, and I cannot watch. And it gets worse. It gets worse. This man's walking across the steel beam, and there is checkpoints of like safety lines that's attached to the rope he's on, and he is slowly removing those lines so that way the rope is just moving freely from point A to point B. There's no more safeties between point A to point B. He's removing the first one, and then he's going along this tightrope, walking on a steel beam right above sudden death, and he is just removing every single one of the extra safety ropes until there is nothing left. And he is just attached to a rope that is going from point A to point B. So if he fell off, the tension from just falling off, I'd assume, because there's so many beams in between, it would probably snap. He'd be dead. By the time he gets to the end, this man is walking a tightrope like he's like this, full Assassin's Creed style. He's even shitting his pants. You can see him shaking. I don't know what kind of safety was going on in mind with this, like, the company or whatever that hired him, because I don't think that's his main job. Most of his YouTube videos are just him, like, paragliding or something. and then this one video just pops up out of nowhere, and he is just removing a safety line on top of a stadium. Why would they have him do that? Why would they have him do that? Can't they do something? Why don't they just leave the rope up there? It was barely even visible. Why did they want it removed? It's just so much danger for no reason. They didn't have to do that. Actually, no. Looking back on one of his other videos, it says Singapore Stadium Practice Rope Access Rescue. Singapore needs to improve their safety precautions or something, because I don't know. To me, this is just kind of crazy. This one's a little bit more normal, but this dude is still just hanging over wide open in the air, hanging down the stadium. It's still making my asshole clench. Let me just put in a theory. What if they burned the rope? It's just all metal around. What if they just took the rope and burned it and it just spread? I don't know if I'm just chatting at this point, but I still just don't understand. Here's another video. Level 4 rope access using the monkey. This dude is just adding levels to how close to death he can get. I don't understand why he's doing this at this point. It doesn't seem like there's an actual reason why he's doing this in this video. I think he's just like, he's a freak. He wants to be up there. Like, it's just another day for him. He's like, oh yeah, I'm having a good day today. I think I'm going to go climb the stadium, get up there, and I'm going to feel fulfilled. He gets a boner at the top. And he's fucking it right there. He's fucking it right there. What the fuck? He's grabbing it and tugging. Grabbing it and tugging. Bro, what is this video? What is this video? Oh my god. Holy. And now that I'm looking at it, this dude is just, he's a freak. This dude does motocross, he does paragliding, he does plane flying, he does Red Bull cliff dive rigging. Like, man, what's up with this guy? He's an adrenaline junkie. Paramotor engine failure. He says that like just another day. Isn't this how Grant Thompson died? Don't we learn? Anyways, yeah, that video just caught me off guard. I didn't expect to have toes curling while watching a video. Like, when I'm telling you I'm clenching my toes, I was actually clenching my toes, and that's the first time that's happened. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we need to get this man a therapist or something. He needs to stop. He needs to stop freaking me out on YouTube while I'm safely in my bedroom. Anyways, peace.